double-digit unemployment in the construction trades, lack of design work, lack of biddable construction projects, a depressed home building and commercial building market. Sound familiar? Well, it was 1974, and it was the genesis for the creation of the Alliance for Action.
It was formed when the economy in New Jersey was really in the tank. Hasn't changed much as it cycles through the various years. But it was an amalgamation of labor, together with management, together with government, all working together rather than in opposition in order to be able to create a prouder, better economic state.
Involvement in the Alliance for Action has transcended generations. Kim Foley succeeded his father, Ed Foley, as a member of the Alliance board.
You know, I think about 1974, the year the Alliance was founded. And we, at that time, were in very difficult economic situations, not unlike today. And really, the Alliance since then hasn't looked back. They've been the go-to people to get things done.
I'm not sure I can remember an initiative that we took that we didn't look to the Alliance for Action to help us get through, whether it was bond issues, whether it was construction, whether it was creating the New Jersey Transit.
In 1974, the Alliance, working with governors of both parties, promoted the creation of public works funding vehicles to raise monies for transportation and environmental infrastructure projects.
Every governor along the lines has relied on it to some extent. And that's been a magical story because there have been Republicans and Democrats, and no matter who they were or what their political leanings were.
They have been helpful both in educating and promoting bond issues because everybody thinks now it's easy to get a bond issue passed. It wasn't. And it took that kind of coordinated action in order to get the kind of public support and intelligence out to the public so that we get this done.
Were it not for the Alliance, I'm not sure, for instance, we would have gotten the Transportation Trust Fund through. And that probably has been the most important public works project on an ongoing basis in the state.
The Alliance is so successful because it brings together labor, business, and government into one package to further infrastructure activities.
They would be supportive of issues generically that promoted the economy of the state.
Their ability to know in a crisis situation especially, what action they should take. It seemed like there was never a question of what they would do.
Infrastructure was a word no one knew the meaning of. And today it is a common term that folks know. It refers to bridges, it refers to roads, it refers to our transit system, our telecommunications and utility infrastructure. Those are all there. I just used the word. It is such a common phrase. That is something that the Alliance for Action, in my mind, really put on the map some 30, 35 years ago.
The projects which have been promoted by the Alliance over the past 35 years have had a significant impact on the citizens of New Jersey and the region, including the Alliance leadership of campaigns to gain voter approval on critically needed capital construction projects.
There are issues that really affected the underpinning of the state, and therefore it was the leadership of the Alliance, and many times the chairs or the co-chairs of those bond issues or referendum came out of the Alliance organization, and they never lost the bond issue that they were a part of.
The three groups have come together and they leave their self-interest at the door and they work for a joint purpose to get things done.
Well, in Somerset County, where I hail from, the Alliance has been very active in getting Route 206 widened in Hillsborough. It's been very active in getting infrastructure improvements along Route 22 and numerous other things throughout the course of my involvement.
Because as you take the history of the state for the last 20 years and look at some of the major things that have happened in the state, you will find the fingerprints of the Alliance.
Some of those projects include dredging of the Kull and other port channels, a new airport tower and improvements to Newark Airport, new airport improvements to the Atlantic City International Airport, construction of Merrill Creek Reservoir, widening of the New Jersey Turnpike and Garden State Parkway, building improvement bond issues for higher education, creation of the South Jersey River Line, beach nourishment projects, the Atlantic City Connector Tunnel, and the completion of routes 287, 24, and 78.
The economic challenge that we face today are every bit as significant as they were in 1974 when the Alliance was founded. So we're going to need each other going forward, and we're going to need each other in a big way.
Today, the mission of the Alliance continues with the recent release of the organization's gubernatorial issues paper, focusing on recommendations that will help lead New Jersey out of the current recession. History has a way of repeating itself, and the lessons of the 70s are just as important today as they were then. Likewise, the solutions of the 70s can be adapted to today's problems and provide valuable lessons on what we should be doing.
We are trying to improve the quality of life in New Jersey for the industry here, for those that live here, those that have their leisure time here, and labor, industry, academics, the academicians. I mean, we are all in this game together to improve the quality of life for the state of New Jersey.
When you join something and it's at the inception, you see the present time. It's very difficult to envision the future. You have so many things to accomplish that are there. 35 years flew by, so it's just like yesterday to me. Things haven't changed.
As long as New Jersey is a transportation and corridor state like it is, as long as infrastructure is the fundamental base rock of economic development, that the Alliance is going to be around for a long time. And it is because they're devoted to making sure they can expedite those things by cutting bureaucratic red tape.
It's a real milestone, and I see them continuing on. They seem to be getting stronger and stronger, larger and more effective as they go along.
Proudest because they were able to put together a group of great people who had a common interest in making New Jersey a better place.
More states need to have organizations like this because it can make a difference.